laughing loud and feeling free. Never noticed till you there was more. They can't see you really. So stand out, stand out, stand out. You're here, you're free, absolutely where you need to be. So stand out, stand out, stand out.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Sunshine State. My name is Sunshine Wiley and I am your host. So glad to be back with you guys for another episode. The Sunshine State has been such an amazing thing for me personally, and I'm so glad to be able to share it with you guys. Well, without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode is going to be in celebration for Women's History Month, celebrating all the women that are here, all the women that were, and all the little mini women in the making. I'm so excited to be able to share today. I actually was having a conversation recently with a friend of mine, and they asked me, okay, so what are you going to do? What is the Sunshine State going to do to celebrate the amazing women that are out there? And, you know, it had me thinking, like, I haven't really done an episode that was in celebration for a certain group. Of course, I've celebrated, being able to operate in gratitude. I've celebrated being able to be free of, feelings of rejection and feeling of losing hope and things like that, celebrating our individual mini victories. But I've never really celebrated any specific groups for their contributions to us as a people as a whole. And I know for sure that, everybody knows some amazing women. I know plenty of amazing women. And if I were to begin to start listing out the women that I knew who have had such an amazing impact on me, it will probably take the entire podcast time. So I will save you guys. I will save you guys from that. And in celebrating those women, they are an inspiration to me because many have really been able to be an example of balance for me. And honestly, that's a big thing for me, both balance within my personal life, within my work life, within every aspect. Honestly, the women that inspire me most are the ones who can really operate in balance. And it may seem strange, but I'll be honest, a lot of us have been given this charge to be superwomen. And it's not easy to hold up that image of having to be a superwoman all the time. I mean, it's next to impossible to do all the things that our mothers used to be able to do when, in 1960 or whatever, because a lot of them weren't working. And so then trying to pick up all of that stuff and work at the same time and pursue additional dreams that we all have, because we're in the day and age where everybody has dreams, everybody has the home life, everybody has their jobs, and then balancing it all can be a bit of a challenge. So that's why for me, the women that inspire me the most are the ones who have understood how to balance it all without driving themselves bananas. Let's just be honest about it. I mean, let's just be honest about it. You can do anything you want. You have that power. However, doing everything can certainly run you down. You don't have to do everything. You are allowed to say no to things that you're not able to do. You are not a bad person for realizing that you're taking on too much. And you have to be your personal hero. You are your champion. And honestly, that's the thing that I'm learning from those women, because it's like at some point you have to realize that you got to slow down. And that's the one thing that I'm learning in this season. I'm learning how to balance. I'm learning when I've had or taken on enough. And when what I need to do is take a time out, restore myself, and then reincorporate myself back into the things that I have, been taking on. One thing I actually said to my homegirl the other day was, I'm learning or trying to learn not to be busy when I don't have to be. I'm freeing myself from that Superwoman syndrome. A lot of us have been trapped in that situation where we feel, and it's not even really a trap, but a lot of us have the mindset that we have to do everything with perfection or something is going to go lacking. And you know what? Honestly, sometimes it's really just okay to delegate. Sometimes it's okay not to clean up your kid's room and let them clean it up themselves. And if they don't want to clean it up, then let's figure out some consequences for that. But I mean, there just has to be some way for you to be able to take some moments, not saying never do anything, but take some moments to yourself and be able to be like, you know what, right now, I just can't do all of that. I need to take a moment. I need to step back and I need some time for myself. We see the women who are celebrated the most. They are the women who are darn near killing themselves to conquer the world for those that they love. This type of love is major, and I definitely don't take the superwomen in my life for granted. However, I also love them enough to give them the space to recharge and give the same care they've given to all the loves in their life right back to them. Because sometimes they need it too. And I mean, you never know. Sometimes we're so used to taking from people that we don't realize that sometimes other people need to be recharged. Sometimes you need to be a strong friend to your strong friends. The whole thing where it says check on your strong friends, well, honestly, sometimes it's not enough. It's not enough to say, hey, are you okay? What's the follow through to checking on your strong friends? What are you going to do when they say, well, you know, I'm not so strong today? What's our response then? Are we able to say, you know what? Well, strong friend, today, let me help you carry the load. Let me help you take off a little bit of the weight that's on your back because I see that you've been out here killing it. And sometimes you just need a little help to make it to that finish line. So, hey, I mean, you got to give people the support that they need. And today, I actually want to encourage us all to reach out to these amazing women and offer any love and support that you can find. From our awesome mothers to our amazing friends, a little love could really create a whole new outlook on their day. I mean, think about it for a moment. What are some of the ways that you can show these people who have been inspirational and instrumental in helping you to either realize a certain thing or get to a certain place? How would you want them to be celebrated? Well, if you haven't really thought about it, I actually came up with a few ideas, some suggestions if you're stumped with this one. So I'll go forward with a couple suggestions. And hey, feel free to go with them. If you want to go on your own and do your own thing, hey, feel free to do that. But do something to let these people know that they mean something to you and that they are important and that you see them. Because sometimes it feels so amazing to know that the things that you're doing are producing a result and that people see you making improvements. People see you making changes for the better. One suggestion, you could write a thank you note to a woman that inspires you. I mean, there's seriously nothing more meaningful than telling someone how much they inspire you. They can hold on to that note, pull it out in times where they might need a little reminder of their awesomeness or, you know, when they're feeling down. And that little note could be just a little pick-me-up that they needed. You never know. You never know. Another suggestion is, you know, if you're a woman, write one for yourself too. I'm pretty sure that you could use a boost and some words of gratitude every now and then. I know I sure could. I mean, self-love is definitely an amazing way to celebrate too. A lot of the times we skip over ourselves when we are celebrating people who have awesomeness because, you know, we've been told, well, you know, you need to be humble and you need to kind of push yourself down and not build yourself up in the way where you think of yourself as so high. But no. That's not what we're going to operate in right now. We're going to be okay with understanding that we have a level of awesomeness in us as well. It's okay to see that who you are is definitely not who you were. It's okay to see beyond who you were. It's okay to see yourself as a person making positive strides in the right direction. And I'm all on board with celebrating myself and say, you know what, Miss Wiley, you did that. It might not be everything that you want to do in life, but that thing you did, and you need to celebrate for that. You need to do some self-care or reward yourself or buy yourself something. Or if you don't have any money, take a nice little hot bath and do something that makes you feel celebrated in that moment because every small step matters. Enough about that because I can go on and on if you let me. You know, take some time, another suggestion, take some time to do a random act of kindness for a mini Wonder Woman too. The amazing women in the making need to know how much you love them as well. I literally just went to the dollar store and picked up little trinkets from, some little cuties for some little cuties to hand out for Women's Month. And I'm sure they'll love it because, what little girl doesn't love all things unicorn and sparkles? Come on, let's be for real. Because they need to understand that we are supporting them too. They need to understand that we love them too. They need to know that we believe in them and that we are going to be pushing for them and rooting for them to win, just like we rooted for ourselves and for our other counterparts, because we want them to win too. Another suggestion, if you want, you can actually donate your time or talent to a homeless shelter or a shelter for battered women and spread some kindness to them. You never know what kind of effect someone coming in to share kindness and love will do to a woman who feels the entire world may be looking down on her. It doesn't take much to be the light in the dark world. It doesn't take much to go there and say, you know what? I believe in you. You might be down on your luck right now in this moment. You might have had some hard struggles, but this little trinket, this little token of love, this little smile that I'm sharing with you, this little meal that I'm sharing with you, I just want to tell you in this moment that I believe in you and that this does not have to be your end goal. You do not have to stay here. I just want to encourage you to keep pushing, keep going. You never know how much that'll affect someone. The last suggestion that I have is a fun one. You can take a scavenger hunt, to track down all the historical sites, restaurants, and exhibits that were founded by or were representative in some way of historical and amazing women in your city. I know there's so much history in all of the cities that are listening to the Sunshine State. Learning these backstories can be awe-inspiring. Understanding the impact that women have had in your city alone can inspire you and on a journey to look at more and more inspiring women throughout history, in other areas, in other locations, and honestly, see how the connection builds. See how they've been able to connect with one another and foster inspiration for one another. And honestly, with them being such inspiring women, it inspires me to reach out and to do better as a woman, to be able to be an encouragement to my fellow sisters. Regardless of anything else, all of the women around me, I'm sure, could use a little bit of encouragement. It's high time that we as women stop this competition. It's to the point where it's like we can't celebrate one another because we feel like if we celebrate another woman, that it makes us lessened or it makes us lowered or it makes us less important. And honestly, that's not the truth. That's not the case. You do not have to be insignificant in order to build somebody else up. Now that helped me a lot. I used to be, and honestly, sometimes I still struggle with it. I used to be a person who would feel minimized when I was around people who were great. I would feel like I had to be ashamed when I was around people who were better than me in my craft or in certain areas that I wanted to be good at. And honestly, that's just another one of those negative self-talk things that are coming in. When in all actuality, sometimes you got to be able to get under those people, learn from them, grow with them. And if they're willing to mentor you, learn and understand what tactics they've taken in order to get to where they are. Nobody who's great right now started out great. Everybody had their learning process. Everybody had some level of learning curve going for them. So, but I could stay there all day. But the long story short, though, is I would just love to see a flood of women spreading love to one another. In this month, in the month of March, if we could really just bridge the gap and reach out to one another and begin to share inspirational visions with one another, having sister circles. Honestly, I've never really had a true sister circle. Not in the sense of what I've heard recently. When I was in college, I actually had a group of women that I would hang around with all the time, but because I was in a place where I never was really open to true healing internally, a lot of that was stonewalled by whatever walls I had built up with the anger, with the bitterness and the frustrations from things that had happened in my past, that honestly, those women weren't even able to be open, or I wasn't even able to be open with those women because I was really still dealing with the fact that I had not actually opened myself up to myself about the things that I was facing. So I wasn't able to be effective in that sister circle at that time. But I realize now that in that same sister circle, because life has a funny way of guiding you right back to where you need to be. I've been reunited with that sister circle, and now we're able to effectively communicate with each other and build each other up and heal each other and love on each other in a way that I feel like was supposed to happen in college. But what I understand is that the right moment and the right time is right now, exactly when it's happening, exactly the way it is happening. So no regrets there. I just understand that the then me and the now me are two totally different persons. And the person that's now is definitely willing and open to receive everything that's in store for me. So I'm getting excited right now because, just thinking about this, it's so much to do and so many people that I can think of to do things for. I'll have to carefully plan my approach because these women must know how much their strength and grace have inspired me to be more than was ever expected of me. Honestly, it can be something as simple as a thank you. You never know who needs it. You never know what was needed. In short, let's find ways to show the amazing women around us how much we love them. Because we got enough things in our society tearing us down. We got enough things in our society and social media telling us what's hot and what's not. We got enough things telling us, oh, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too tall, you're too dark, you're too light, your hair is too nappy, your hair is too straight, your hair is too short, yours too... We got enough of that. We got enough of that. There's no need in adding to it. So we might as well get on board and take on the charge of spreading love within our community of women so that even as we go forward, we can continue to inspire the generations to come. Now, I know I've talked a lot about women today, but I don't want to leave the fellas out because I do want you guys to know that we need you too. We need you to be there, and we need you to support us the same way that we're going to support you. It's definitely a mutual relationship where we're caring and loving and being there for you, and we would love it if you could do the same for us. After all, we're a community of people, and we are all in this together. So, with all that said, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Sunshine Wiley, and I am your host for the Sunshine State. We are available at our website, www.sunshinestate.com. Again, that is www.sunshinestate.com. Sunshine is spelled with an O, state.com. And we are located on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, as well as iHeartRadio. We are now available on iHeartRadio and was so excited when I got that news. And we're just going to continue to go forward and move even farther. Now, just so you know, if you have not already, please be sure to subscribe to the Sunshine State newsletter and subscription portal. We actually have a subscription portal where we send emails out periodically about things that are going on with the Sunshine State, about the premiere of different podcast episodes. And we also give some little tidbits and some little nuggets within those emails. So you definitely don't want to miss out on those. Again, you can subscribe at www.sunshinestate.com. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And if you did not know, the 1-year anniversary for the Sunshine State is coming up really soon. The 1-year anniversary is going to be in May, and we are doing everything that we can to have another live event. We're trying to bring all of our listeners out there right here with us so we can have you guys in our studio giving us feedback, talking to us, and letting us know the things that you want to see from the Sunshine State, the things that you've enjoyed about the Sunshine State, and just honestly being able to enjoy each other's presence and the healing and the gratitude that lives within each and every one of us. So stay tuned. The Sunshine State will be having a 1-year anniversary celebration, and we would love to have you there. So definitely stay tuned. Never thought that I would actually make it to 1 year, but I'm so excited about that. And honestly, within this whole year, I've seen nothing but growth, and I look forward to nothing but growing even more. And with all that in mind, guys, thank you so much. Continue to love on each other. Continue to operate in gratitude.
Stand out.